guess what?
We're back.
All right, like I told you, we were trying to keep it going because we missed a couple of shows, so we decided to shoot a show back to back. Might do 3 tonight. I don't know.
Don't know yet. We're gonna see how
Now
the evening flows.
this episode here is gonna be somewhat comical, but also somewhat serious. It's about the fucking traffic in Houston, Texas, and San Antonio, and Austin, Texas, and Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, we can't leave Dallas as
First of all, I have to say today, I ride motorcycles. I don't know if I told y'all that, but I ride motorcycles. And me and one of my motorcycle brothers.
Well, before you get in there, you are inside the dirty ashtray. Were you dealing with
the notorious DOC?
and
That's me.
I am
The infamous
DJ Mad. We gotta get that out the way first, you know.
And toast, as we always do. Ding! We got plastic glasses tonight, y'all, so sorry.
But next time we'll have some glasses. Will you hear that?
For sure. But like I was saying, I ride motorcycles. And me and my motorcycle brother, we decided to get together because we hadn't ridden in a while ago. And I just put new pipes on my shit. And I wanted to roll.
It's loud in the motherfucker too.
Yeah, and I love it. Love it. Waking my neighbors up and all kind of shit. But yeah, that's another story. But we decided to ride to G-Town, which we call Galveston. Mm-hmm. And we took the back way. We went up 288, cut across through whatever that highway was. So I was 6, I think it was. I don't know.
Yeah, using
Passing
Manville.
by. No, we went through where the Dole pineapple plant and shit is, right through that way.
Ah, shit, I
Yeah,
forgot
we
what
went
it
way
is.
back. Well, I mean, it was way back around. But anyway, we went straight out 288, took the long way around, come up through Surfside, and then took Surfside all the way into Galveston.
Oh, y'all went that way.
Yeah, we went that way. And went to the toll, we get to Galveston. Hey, man, we want something to eat? Yeah, we want something to eat. So we stopped at Brick House, had a real nice little meal. We was pretty much, it wasn't before specks in the cloud there. But, you know, neither here nor there. And he wanted to go to one of the cigar shops that he had heard of down there. So I said, yeah, we still got time. It was right around 2-ish, I guess, 1:30, 2-ish. So we stopped at a little cigar shop. The lady in there, I can't remember my name because I'm bad with names and my memory is like poof. But she was real nice. She told us to come on in, you know, boom, welcomed us like
So
boom.
you saying you're old motherfucker now?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Knocking on 60, but we went in, sat down, had a couple of Camacho Triple Maduros,
Don't be pointing at me.
and had a beer or two, and it was right there by the bay, outside patio deck. Cool little spot, you know. If I was in Galveston, I would go there and smoke a cigar. But got around 3:30ish, and he was like, "Okay, man, you know, let's get ready to roll out." And I was like, "Yeah, cool. I want to get back because I got cooking I got to do, and I wanted to go do some other shit before it gets dark." And if you from Houston, you know Galveston, come back up 45 going across that causeway, there's no lights, so it's like pitch black dark. So yeah, you want to get away from that, especially if you're on a bike. In a car, you okay, but on a bike, not so well. Man, we walked out the damn building and saw all the traffic. We tried to cut through the little town they got in Galveston. Ended up, I don't know where the hell we were, to be honest with you. We was over there with the oil rigs and shit just be coming out. And GPS took me that way. I'm like, what the hell? We went the other way. It got us lost. I'm like, damn. So we ended up coming back around, got caught by a train. That's when I called my man here. I told him, hey man, I don't know if I'm going to be coming home late. Train passed through, boom. We found another little short way.
Then he called me back.
I was like, hey man, let's push it back till 9 o'clock, you know. But
Like,
we
nah,
ended
you
up getting
good,
back on the
dog.
same damn causeway. It took us over 2.5 hours to get back. When I tell you that was the worst traffic that I've ever driven in since my life of driving, I will never want to get in traffic like that again. Period, point blank. But Houston got some horrible traffic now. It's like they working on every freeway, every road, every causeway, every neighborhood street, all at one time.
Well-
How the hell you work at all that shit at the same time?
Well, they've been working on 45 going towards Galveston probably since I was in my teenage years, which was a
Well,
long time ago.
they was working on it when I was a teenager, but I thought they was finished with it.
Should have been.
They working on the causeway now, the whole bridge, and that's so dumb to do that during the weekend.
And then
Do it in the wee hours of the morning. I mean, start at I guess 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, and work till 4, 5 in the morning when traffic gets ready to start.
Well, they can. Well, on the weekend they usually start about around dusk, and then they'll work all through the weekend, and then they'll be ready, about 4, 5 o'clock, that Monday morning.
Man, that shit was just absolutely
But
crazy.
they've been working on that stretch 45 for a very long time. I mean, it's no excuse for that. But the new problem we're getting ready to have within the next year or two is when they start demolishing stuff downtown.
That's the
They
45
trying to take
expansion.
a 3-mile stretch of 45 and make it a green space.
And then they want to build a tunnel underground adjacent to the 59 side,
In a city below sea level.
which is
Houston is below sea level.
You see this look at my face.
No matter where you go in Houston, it floods. These brainiacs decided to put they decided to make Katy a livable space when it was land for rice. Now, any of you agriculture people know rice needs what? Water. And they wonder why every time a bad rainstorm comes through here, it floods out there. Out in my area in Humble, where I stay at, the same goddamn thing. They take all these cattle fields and put all these houses where, what does it need? Water. And they wonder why the house flood. Now, here in Houston, the city is designed for the streets to flood. Let's make that clear. However, it's not meant for your house to obtain the water that it gets.
Well,
Because over the last 10 years, because I was in Austin for a few years, I'll never forget it. I was coming home.
does it flood bad in Austin?
Well, it does, but Austin is kind of like a hilly area.
You're right.
Oh, I'll get to that in a minute because I got something to say about them dodos out there in Austin. This shit don't make absolutely no sense, but I'll get to that in a minute. But anywho, I was in Austin and around, if I remember correctly, it was in April. I wanted to come see my mom and dad.
Right.
So I as I've gotten older, I've kind of paid more attention to the news, primarily the weather, because of the field I'm in. The weather does affect what I do. So naturally, I'm gonna look at the weather. So there's one particular day, I'm getting the family all loaded up. The kids was out of school that day. My wife took the day off. I don't give a fuck, so I took the day off anyways. I'm like, fuck y'all, I see y'all later. They know me. So, so that being said, I already got the family loaded up. My phone rings. I know my parents. My mother, I saw the number comes up, so I'm thinking this is my dad calling me. He's the early bird. My mother is not. But I hear her voice, and I'm like, hey, Mom, what's up? Hey, babe, where you at? I said, we loading up, getting ready to head that way. Well, babe, don't come. It's flooded all over your path trying to get here. So I tell my wife to hold on a second. I go look at the TV. Now the world news is on. So I see my old girl, Robin Robbins, on TV. And she's like,
This
hey.
wasn't in Memorial Day flood, was it?
No, it was in April. Tax Day flood. Yeah, that's what it was.
That's the day I broke my damn leg.
Yeah. Oh, it sure was.
That's the day I broke my leg.
Yeah. So.
That's another story. We ain't gonna talk about
Yeah.
that right
So
now.
I'm sitting there watching news, and there's a area on my path in Brenham, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
So
that was crazy, and that wasn't even a hurricane.
it was just a natural
Yeah,
rainstorm.
it was just a rainstorm that came through.
That stopped. So the following week, I came back to Houston, and I saw actually what happened. Once we got to Brenham, the water was still level to the road. There's a river called the Brazos River. It evidently 290 was impassable. You wasn't gonna be able to drive across that, for several miles. So I'm glad my mother did call me, because if I didn't, I would have had to turn around. That's about 80 miles going down to Brenham. So she felt that I ain't need to risk it, and there was no need for me to try to risk it and then put my family and myself in danger.
What they end up calling it was like one of them 1,000-year floods, 10,000-year floods, or something like that. But we had two of them like back to back. It was like back to back, and then that's when we had a tropical storm come through, and then that just increased everything. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, like I say, if y'all from Texas or Houston, you know it was fucked up.
If you're from the Houston area, you know, y'all know how it is out here. And then
what was so crazy, I live in Spring, and what was so crazy, my neighborhood, it was fine. We never flooded. Water never come up to the side of the curb where the numbers are. But my son, he was a lot younger than me. Him jumped in my pickup truck, and we drove up to one of the county roads that leads out to 45, going south or north. You couldn't even get to 45. That's how deep that water was. We turned around, came back. It was like our neighborhood was like a little island that got fenced off. Everything else full of water. I mean, it was buck wild. People with boats were going rescuing people. It was wicked.
Well, that's why they tell people, stay put or
turn
hunker
around,
down.
Turn around, don't drown.
Well, that's when they started coming out with that phrase, because a lot of these retards would leave. And don't get me wrong, essential workers, we pray for y'all when y'all have to be out there.
And I take it from essential worker. I worked for Harris County, Precinct 2, Road and Bridge. A storm would come up, we're going to be there.
Hey, boots on the ground.
Yeah, dig in. I'm so glad. I mean, shout out, power to them guys. If the ones that still left, y'all ever see this video, y'all know who y'all are. I ain't going to mention no names.
Hey, you better like and subscribe it. You don't have no other choice.
Oh, yeah, you can always do that. And once again, always like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding.
And then always comment. We like
always
to see what y'all say.
Whether it's good, whether it's
bad or indifferent.
I don't take this shit personal. This is strictly, just for fun and gags and giggles. If we start blowing up, which I know we are, and we start making a little change off of it, I ain't gonna be mad at that either.
Hey, we glad that y'all came in on the journey.
But we said this when we first started the show, and I know we're getting off topic real quick, but we'll jump back on. But when we first started this show, we wasn't gonna take it serious, and it was all just for fun, and yada yada yada. But the comments that come in, if you say, "Oh, that goofy stupid motherfucker," okay, hey. I'm a goofy stupid motherfucker. I'll be that.
And I know I am, so I'm not worried about y'all saying that.
Yeah, I really. So you don't pay my bills, you don't pay my rent. You don't put food on my table.
Absolutely.
And, I try and respect everybody. And
at the end of the day,
I cut you, you're going to bleed the same red blood I got.
Just like I will.
So, with that being said, anybody can ask to come on the show. We will gladly invite you to you. Come on. And you speak your mind, whether it's good, bad, or ugly.
Different.
We going to agree to disagree.
But back onto this bullshit traffic that not just us.
Yeah,
this affects everybody, whether you drive 2 miles down the road or 20 miles down the road.
To me, I've been to a bunch of states, Florida, Cali. Cali got some horrible ass traffic too. But Dallas, Texas got some fucked up any given time of the day you go through Dallas,
you are right to a degree.
You're gonna be like this.
But you forgot the worst traffic city in Texas, and that is Austin, Texas. We can pull up a map right now, and I bet that motherfucker got red everywhere. Cause that's just how bad the traffic is. The growth rate there is insane. You got more people moving in that's moving out.
But it's grown exponentially since over the past few years.
They got this thing
like
called Project 2040.
Not 2025.
No, I bullshit you not. It's a TV station out there called K-View.
And it's called 2040.
No, they got this little segment called Project 2040.
When they plan on trying to be through with it, or when they gonna start.
It might be finished by 2040. I was telling you earlier. One of their main thoroughways is Road Mountain RM. I think it's Road Mountain, if I remember correctly. Called 360. If y'all familiar with Austin, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, 360 got a bunch of red lights. The road ain't that long to begin with, but it takes you down to Bee Cave, if I remember correctly, Westlake, one of them goddamn towns out there.
Yeah.
It's that same goddamn road when I was out there, and I called you, and we were chopping it up, because I was talking to my Houston buddy, because that was one of my only buddies I could talk to, from this clown right here, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, you my dog, straight up. No, but I had just got off work, and I was supposed to meet my beloved wife at her job. On my GPS is 9 nautical miles. I ran into a cluster of traffic, which made absolutely no sense. Now, I'm sitting talking to him, and he's like, dog, what's wrong? I'm like, bro, you never make believe this. I'm not moving.
I remember that. I remember that.
He's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm on 360. I'm going north. I'm trying to get to my wife's job. He said I'll be there in about 5 minutes.
He said, I'm just sitting here.
And I'm looking at it. It kept changing. And I'm like, is there a wreck? And I'm looking and I'm scanning. I don't see no wreck. I just see red. And it's one of those roads you can't get off and go the other way because it's no matter what you do. You just better make sure you got a tank full of gas because there's no gas station on that road that I know of.
Damn.
Now, I ain't been there in about 10 years, 8 years. So they might have put some gas stations on there. I know they got a restaurant on there because my car broke down there one time. I had a nice ass car. It was a charging damn timing chain broke. I'm like, ain't this a bitch? But I'm talking to my boy Marco here, and when I'm talking to him, I don't really like to use profanity. It just comes out.
I could tell the disdain in his voice.
I was hot.
He was getting perturbed.
I mean, people were walking, and I'm not saying this to be funny. This was the truth. This one dude gave me a thumbs up, and I'm like,
fuck you.
Are you crazy? So, when the traffic started moving, I caught him about an hour later.
He said, man, I only moved a few feet.
Yeah.
I said, man, you lying. He was like, nah, he's doing. He said, bro, I don't lie about shit like that. He was like, I only moved a few feet.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I said, I had to look at my watch. I was like, man, that was a minute
ago.
He was like, dude, we ain't moving. Like, damn.
I got to that area. It was around 3:00 when I got there. I didn't get to my wife's job till almost 4:45. Like I said, that area from where I was at is only 7-8 miles. It shouldn't take no more than 15-20 minutes.
Shouldn't, but
but that's just the growth of the city. These cities out here in Texas, people are moving here. Growth is good to a degree, but it's bad.
I'm ready for some of these motherfuckers to take their asses back where they came from, or we need to close Texas for a couple of years and don't let nobody in here. I'm gonna pull a Donald Trump on that shit.
Well, if they would go ahead and construct these roads like they supposed to be, and stop telling these people to move here, we can move around a little bit better.
Something like that. But
I mean, Houston ain't really as bad as these other cities. I mean, it's bad, but it's tolerable to a point.
True.
But when they do this 45 expansion, it's going to affect everybody.
Everybody. Well, my thing is, you can drive down the road on a Monday. And you can come back through that same road. Ain't shit wrong with it. Look like it's
Absolutely.
fresh. Look like it's fresh concrete.
Fresh.
And you can drive through that road that Monday. You can come back that Tuesday, and they got construction. They broke the road up.
Yeah.
What the fuck you breaking the road up? I saw it today. On my way into town on my bike. I was coming up 45. And it's a side street that I normally take to get off coming home. I had to take it off today because it was an accident or a wreck. So when I took it off and I went down the road, it was a construction crew out there. They was out there with a damn cherry picker breaking the concrete up. I drove by them. I'm looking like, what the fuck? I said, I just drove by that road yesterday, which was Friday. Today is Saturday. They breaking it up. And my dumb ass, I was like, okay, I'm about 10, 15 minutes early. I'm going to pull back around. So I pulled up, parked my bike at the gas station. I walked maybe, it wasn't even half a block. I probably about maybe 20, 30 feet to where they was working. And they turned around, hey, what's up, brother? I was like, hey, how's it going? I said, man, let me ask you a question. I said, this road was fine yesterday. I drove by here. What's wrong with it now? Oh, I can't say. I said, huh? Excuse me? Dude told me he couldn't say with his white hat and his yellow orange vest on. He told me he couldn't tell me. I say, so y'all, is a pipe or something busted under there? No, I don't think so. So why in the hell are you breaking the road up? Once again, he looked at me. He's like, I said, see, man, and this is what I told homeboy. I said, hey, man, this ain't got nothing to do with you, but whoever make these decisions to break these damn roads up got like fucked up. He said, yeah, I know. I looked ahead him, I said, walked back to my bike, and rode on to my boy's house and meet up with him. But I'm like, the road was just fine yesterday at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon as I passed by there. So how in the hell did it fuck up in less than 24 hours?
They don't know themselves, dog.
And like I say, once again, how are you building on every street, damn near every road, every highway at the same damn time? You can literally leave. I mean, we don't have too much construction out here. Not yet. But
Well, they done putting that median out there like they doing on.
oh well, yeah, they but that didn't take them long. That took them a couple of weeks to do that, and they was done.
Yeah, because they did the same thing on Westheimer, if I remember correctly.
They still working on Westheimer.
Oh, they are?
Yep, they still working on Westheimer.
Oh, well, I ain't.
I think Westheimer and Highway 6 is coming from Highway 6 coming back up.
Yeah,
Or it's going back the other
because
way.
they pretty much done with 1960.
But yeah, that makes me say, God damn, really? It puts me back in this movie that Michael Douglas was in. It's called Falling Down. To where, you know how you have fucked up days and then you have legendary fucked up days. Michael Douglas was having a legendary fucked up day that day. He was sitting in bumper to bumper traffic. They in LA now. He was sitting in bumper to bumper traffic.
Well, that's enough to have a fucked up day.
And he got fired from his job. His wife didn't want to give him visitation to see his child. Some dude was in front of him talking some noise. He almost gets mugged and robbed. So he got fed up. And he flipped the tables and robbed the robbers. Took them for their gun. They had guns, bazookas, all kind of shit. They was some gangbangers, but they had all kind of shit in the bag. So
I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
oh man, you gotta watch Falling Down, dog. You gotta watch Falling Down.
'Cause I know I hadn't seen that one.
That's a classic one. But he goes into this. It's called Whamburger. So he goes to this Whamburger, and it's 10:45, 10:48, something like that. He walks in. He asks us to have breakfast because he hadn't had shit to eat that day. All he had was a fucking apple and a carrot stick and a celery stick. That's all it was in this little lunch bag.
This is in the morning or the evening?
This was in the morning still. Like I say, it was 10:40 something. It wasn't 11 o'clock yet. And they stopped serving breakfast at 11.
Oh, yeah. Well, he had a legendary fucked up day.
So he walks in, he asks for a wham breakfast. And the lady turns around, she looks at the clock. And you see the clock. It doesn't say 11 o'clock yet. She goes, I'm sorry, sir, we're on our lunch schedule now. And he goes, what time does lunch start? And she goes, 11 o'clock. He looks up at the clock. He said, but it's not 11 o'clock yet. It's like 15 minutes till. She goes, sir, I'm sorry, but we're serving lunch now. He goes, can I speak to a manager? She turns around with this shit-eating grin to the manager. The manager comes over. He says, yes, how happen? He got the same shit-eating grin she got. He goes, how can I help you? He goes, yeah, Carol or whatever her name was. She tells me that I cannot have breakfast. He goes, yes, sir, that's correct. We started our lunch menu. And he goes, lunch starts at 11 o'clock, correct? And the manager goes, yeah, 11 o'clock. He goes, what time is it? The manager turns around, looks at the clock. He goes, like, I got to deal with this shit. He goes, sir, I see what the clock says, but we're serving lunch now. He goes, so you're telling me that the customer is wrong? Have you ever heard this term, the customer's always right? And the manager looks at him and goes, well, not in this instance, we're serving lunch now. Shit, dude reaches in that bag, pulls out a Uzi. They start throwing in breakfast and shit then. Everybody ducking and dodging. He's like, no, y'all sit down and finish eating y'all food. I just wanted my breakfast. So he turns around, he looks at everybody and goes, you know what? I think I do want lunch. And then he says, nah, you know what? Fuck it, forget about it. He walks out, you know. Then he goes, and this is the point I'm getting to. I was just telling you that little bit of the story, but he walks down the street and they doing some construction on the road. And he asks the guy the same thing I asked the dude today. He said, man, I just drove by here yesterday. And dude was like, I don't know what's going on. So the construction worker kind of gives him an attitude, tells him to get the fuck on up out of here. So he reaches back in that satchel bag again. He pulls out what you call the bazooka thing. You pull it out like that and it pops up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like RPG.
Yeah, RPG. Yeah, because I think that's the one that pops up like that.
Yeah, when you pull it out, the scope pops up.
Don't quote me on that shit. I've been out of the military 30 motherfucking years.
But y'all done seen enough movies, action movies. It's the one that you pull out like that and the thing pops up and you just and
for the record, I ain't never shot one of those.
Oh, I wouldn't mind having one. But anyway.
But I shot something better than that.
Hold that thought. He reaches in the bag, pulls that thing out. So he don't know how to work it. So these kids are on bicycles and they stand next to him. They go, he hadn't pulled it out yet. He don't know how to do it. So the kid goes, oh, you got to pull it. You got to pull it apart. So he pulls it apart and the thing pops up. He said, that's how you aim. So he looks at the little kid. He's like, how the hell you know all this? He said, video games, man, video games. He goes, well, how do you shoot it? He said, you look through the viewfinder. He said, you push the button. So he got it turned around backwards. And I guess the kid didn't know that. So it was pointed right down the little thing. So as the construction workers telling him they was doing something with the pipes. They shouldn't have been doing it, but they was told to tear the pipes out and do whatever. He pushes the button because he wants to blow up the dump truck. But it's pointed like this, and the dump truck is going that way. The construction is going that way. So when it hits the button, the rocket comes out backwards.
I think I might have seen this.
And when it comes out, it goes down the tube, and there's some gas mains down there. And when it hit the gas main, boom, it blows up. Michael Douglas, he looks around, he throws the little empty thing on the ground.
Time to go.
Time to go. Yeah, check that movie out, though. It's called Falling Down.
I may have seen it, but I don't know.
It's one of my favorite movies. But yeah, I mean, it makes you want to do shit like that with all this construction that they got going. But we're gonna hold these thoughts real quick. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back in a hot second. Peace. All right, we back now. Like I said, yeah. But Falling Down, y'all. If you ain't seen it, it puts you in the mind of you ever seen a movie called Heat?
Yeah, I've seen Heat.
It follows along with Heat. It's one of them classic movies that you see it once, you're gonna want to buy the movie and keep it. It's tough. Michael Douglas is in it. What's his name? He was in Colors.
Ice-T.
No, Ice-T wasn't in Colors. Sean Penn and
yes, he was in Colors.
No, he wasn't. He sang the song.
You sure he wasn't in there?
Positive. I hadn't seen that's another classic.
I seen it too. I could have swore I saw Ice-T. Well, maybe I dreamed I saw it.
Might have. Nah, Ice-T ain't he's not in colors. I can't think of he's an old actor. He's been around for a long time.
Cause one Sean, who's in colors again?
Sean Penn.
Cause he was a cop, right?
Yeah, he was a cop, and then his partner, the older guy, he's in this movie too. Falling Down, but I can't never remember his name.
You sure Ice-T wasn't in colors?
I'm positive. We'll look it up. We'll look it up for y'all, and then we'll close on that once we find out. But I'm 100% positive that Ice-T is not in colors. He sings the song.
Well, I know he sing the song.
He's in
Colors.
the song, but he's
that
not,
I
he's
do
not in
know.
colors.
All right.
But yeah, y'all catch Falling Down. But yeah, back to this traffic situation. Another thing that to me that causes traffic, which I saw it today, I see it every day because I drive. Both of us actually drive a lot, pretty much all over the city, all over the town. Him more so than me. But people don't know how to merge into traffic. It's just like a zipper, y'all. You know how a zipper, when you zip a zipper up, and
Maybe I'm getting him confused with New Jack City.
it goes, yeah, he was in New Jack City.
Okay, I was wrong. My bad.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
But this is how traffic goes in, like that, like a zipper. People be trying to bump Debo you. Now, true enough, me and my buddy, we Debo'd some people today. But we was on motorcycles. And if you ride a motorcycle, you know, sitting at a standstill is not good, especially for a Harley.
Well, I was in the car and I deboed people today.
And
My damn self.
We jumped in and out and did some stupid shit. But we if not, I probably would have still been in Galveston. And that ain't no lie.
And you wouldn't have not seen this podcast.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen
today.
the podcast wouldn't have happened today. And I was adamant about making a podcast today so we can get caught up.
Well,
Like I said,
wait, hold up. Now, not just you.
I said we.
Did you?
Yeah, I said we.
Well, I wasn't listening. My bad.
If I didn't say we, I apologize. I meant,
Nah,
I
it's all
meant we.
good, man.
So I told you this from here is gonna be funny. But yeah, it's traffic to me is like courteous. I let a bunch of people out when I'm sitting in traffic with accident or whatever, and people trying to get out of driveways or whatnot, or trying to come out of a business established gas stations or whatnot. I sit back because I know being a dickhead, you trying to get out and won't nobody let you out. So I tell them, come on. I done got this. I done got this. I done got the ugly looks. I done got the fuck you. I let you out, but you gonna throw profanity at me? Come on now. I could be an ass and throw some shit at your car, bust a window out. Then we got another issue. Then I got to put a bullet in your ass because I do pack, just so you know. But yeah, it's all about. I mean, back in the days, I wouldn't let your ass out for shit. But I done got a little older now. I got some of this silver in me, so the silver says, "We're gonna let these motherfuckers out."
Well, I had a little road rage incident about, I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't think I told you this, but I'm telling you now.
You didn't.
All right, I was taking, well, no, it was about 3 weeks ago. I was taking my wife somewhere on the east side.
Y'all know that sound.
I was taking her on the east side to go find something for her to wear to church. You know, yes, I do go to church, believe it or not. I'm not a heathen by no stretch of the imagination.
And I lied to my wife
About what?
when I went to go get that bottle out of my room. She goes, "Oh, y'all gonna be out there for a while." I know we ain't.
No, we not. Hey,
She was like, "Y'all gonna finish that bottle?" I said, "No, we ain't. We just gonna have a couple."
and we did. We just had a couple.
I think this is my last one here, though. I ain't gonna drink no more.
Well, this is my last one
But I know I got to get up early and cook.
because I may have to go somewhere after this. I don't know where, but
34. Okay, yeah, we gonna get close to ending this one. Is it 34?
yeah, say 34.
Oh damn. Well, we've been talking for a minute then.
Yeah, I mean, this is our episode. We ain't taking things too terribly seriously.
Yeah. True.
Really, we making fun of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I ain't making fun of no damn trap. But
well,
like, man,
I'm making fun of the decisions that they making because what buffoon wants to take an existing freeway out of its origin and make it a green space? Who the fuck gonna walk up there? Not me.
That's damn sure. I mean, I am not afraid of heights, but it's gonna get some people. People gonna get pushed off that damn thing. Crackheads gonna be up there smoking. Homeless people gonna be up there chilling.
Well, I'm thinking they're gonna demolish the bridge. Period. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't see.
But I don't understand what they trying to do because you still have roads that run under there.
Yeah.
Now, if they trying to address the homeless issue down there, that's one thing. But I don't think tearing the bridge down is going to do that.
The only way it ain't no way to address the homeless situation because.
Well, no, it's a way because they do it in San Antonio.
What they do?
I don't know, but I have not seen one homeless person walk on the street of San Antonio. I do know that.
Well, whoever fixed that situation down there,
they need to come here and do that here.
Because
and they damn sure need to go to Austin because you know where Zucker Park is at?
Yeah.
In Lady Bird
Lake.
Because I think it runs right through the city.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you go down there, ride down that road, it's gonna look like Tent City.
Well, see, that's what I was getting. That was gonna be my point. I used to work for Habitat for Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Cool people, they do great work, build homes for people that can't really afford them. But coming home, I would always go adjacent to 59. And this is a street that I still don't know how to pronounce correctly, just like people don't know how to pronounce Kirkendall, Charter Street, Carter Street, however you pronounce
Charters.
it.
I don't know what it's called.
Whatever, but it's adjacent to the George R. Brown.
Runs parallel to it.
Yeah. They got Tent City down there, and it runs from where Kim Sung used to be, which Kim Sung had to sell his place because of the 45
expansion.
And that place been down there for decades.
It's been there since we've been alive.
Before we was alive.
And they actually had some good ass food.
Yeah, they had some decent food. But you would drive down there and you see the tents. They down there barbecuing. They down there cooking. And I passed through that one day, and I think I was on the phone with you.
Mm-hmm.
Passed through that dude had him an old smoking head, some fucking steaks. And they wasn't no bullshit steaks. I got caught by the light, so I had a good view of these steaks. These were some big ass fucking ribeye steaks, like that thick, and they was like that long. And he was out there cooking the motherfuckers, just chilling. And they had a TV out there.
And the bad part about it, it sits adjacent to
Minute Maid Park.
Well, it's called Dakin or whatever the fuck it's called.
Which is another. We're gonna talk about that maybe next episode.
Yeah, they changed the name of the juice box. I don't know what the fuck this Dakin. I don't know what it is. I still call it the juice box, but
it's just like the Summit. The Summit when Lakewood Church bought the Summit. When I pass by there all the time. Oh man, the Summit. I mean, I remember all the concerts. I used to go to that place and blah, 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 basketball games. But now it's Lakewood Church.
I hate that place. My car got towed from over there.
But, these people.
Well, I guess you want to know why I got towed.
Do I want to know? Go ahead and tell me.
It's embarrassing, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway.
Alcohol was involved?
No, alcohol had nothing to do with this.
Okay, well, yeah, you can tell.
I wanted to watch a basketball game. I couldn't find nowhere to park, so I parked in this parking lot where I thought it was free. I come back out, my car is gone.
Yeah, ain't shit free over there.
So I'm like, ain't this a bitch? So there was a sign that I just missed. Nobody for events need to park here. How the fuck you know I went to an event? Well, I guess because my car sat there 3 hours. I don't know. So I get out and I'm looking for my old Nissan Sentra. That's how long ago this been. So I'm like, these motherfuckers towed my car. So I called the number on the thing. They're like, hey, it's going to cost you $280 to get your car out. I said, well, I'll come get it in the morning. That's cool. They're like, yeah, as long as you be here before noon. Because the price will go up.
Extra money.
I said, don't worry about that shit. Will it still be there? So I called my brother. I said, hey, bro, you never believe this. He's like, what? I said, my car got towed. I need you to come get me. So, like, where you at? I think they called this motherfucker the Compact Center. Because it was the Summit, then it was the Compact Center or something like that. So he came and scooped me up and he took me to the record yard the next day. Yeah, so I asked the lady, I said, why the fuck y'all towed my car? She's like, did you park by that restaurant? I'm like, ma'am, I was in there eating earlier. Which I was. I decided to go to the game after.
I'm gonna let him finish his story, then I'm gonna tell one, and then we gonna get out of here.
Nah, but at the end of the day, if you're eating somewhere next to a stadium and you can't park there, just go park in the stadium parking lot. You'll be fine.
Or bring your receipt. If you actually ate there, bring your receipt.
I did, but I checked out right before the game started.
Oh, well. Yeah, because they will look at the time. They will look at the times now. That brings me, it used to be a club on Richmond called Peter's Wildlife. And there was an Olive Garden or some kind of pasta restaurant across the street from it.
I'm laughing for a reason.
And
I'm not going to get into that.
yeah, we might even come up with a show about that. Clubs of the 80s and 90s.
No. I'm not going to incriminate myself. Fuck that.
Well, you know what? You just saved me right there. Okay. But couldn't find a place to park. So I noticed people was parking across the street. So I was like, fuck it. Me and one of my coworkers and a couple of my homeboys from the neighborhood, we parked over there. And we in there having a good night. Yeah, I wasn't married back then. So I'm got a pocket full of numbers. I'm got my tight little old buzz on. Walk back across the street. Man, where my car at? My partner said, Doc, man, didn't you park right here? I was like, yeah, the motherfucker was right here. His car was there, but mine was gone. It was a record truck sitting right there. He's smiling. I walked up to him. I said, say, man, did you tow my car? He said, what color was it? I said, it was the white Impala sitting over there. Oh, yeah, man, I got it. I said, dude, I was in the restaurant eating. I didn't see you come out of there. I said, bullshit. I pulled the receipt out. I said, here's the receipt right here. He said, look at the time stamp on that, man. You left there at 8:30. You went in the club. I was like, I said, so where my car at, dog? He told me it was way out on airport somewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, how much it's gonna cost to get me? He said, man, well, if you get there before 3 o'clock this morning, it'll cost you $180. I said, all right. I'm like, oh, fuck. Damn, man. Damn. I said, hey, who all rode with me? Man up. So everybody chipped in. We get to the place. The lady tells me, you gotta have proof that it's your car. I know how the hell I got proof that it's my car and all my shit is in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I can let you go back there and get it. Can I see your driver's license? I showed her my driver's license. I went back there, come back with my insurance. She looks at it. She looks at me. Okay, $180. She said, oh, wait a minute. Let me look at the clock. I said, listen here. It was a line out here when I got here. When I got here, it was before that damn time. She was like, well, sweetheart, I don't know what to tell you. It's $250 now. I looked back at my partners. They was like, man, we tapped out, dog. I said, so if I leave my car here and I got to come back in the morning, she said, it's going to be close to 300 when you get back in the morning.
Ooh.
I said, ma'am, look. Here's the receipt I had from the restaurant. The dude towed my car. I didn't know I couldn't leave my car here, but she had a heart.
Mm-hmm.
She said, you know what? I'm in a good mood today. I'm going to let you slide. She said, $180. Boom, I gave it to her. I said, thank you so much. Appreciate it. She said, you going to call me a bitch when you walk away from here? I looked up at her. I said, no, I'm not. She said, okay. She said, hold on, they're going to bring your car up here now. And they bring my shit up there in a fucking damn forklift.
A forklift?
Yeah, they had my shit on a forklift. Because you couldn't go back there. Couldn't go back there. They brought my shit up there on a forklift, dog. They set my shit down, boom. I looked around at it, made sure there wasn't no damages done to it. She gave me a receipt. I want her a bitch. I said, y'all motherfucker, get in the car. they want to go hang out. It's one of the partners. I mean, no, y'all want to go hang out. Y'all walk y'all ass there. I'm finna go home. I was mad at the motherfucker that whole fucking night. But yeah, people, we gonna close this segment. I mean, this one was a pretty good one. It's comical. Like I said, it just won't be the first. It ain't gonna be the last.
Damn sure won't be the last.
We got serious and we got jokes.
Hey, I'm all about having fun. And if you can't laugh and have fun, that's a you problem.
Yeah, that's a you problem. I mean, I'm more on a serious note, but when I do joke and jiggle, it's funny.
Believe it or not, I actually make this motherfucker right here laugh.
Yeah, sometimes.
I made him laugh earlier. Oh, I'm gonna send a shout out to my boy Lee and Trey for the DJ event I did earlier today.
Lee and Trey. Oh, and this one goes out to Big Dre. Love you, brother. Appreciate you riding back with me. You could have left my ass.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Big Dre got, bike-wise, his bike is bigger and faster.
I can't leave Big Dre out.
He always lets me get to where I need to be, and then he chunks the deuces up.
Hey, dog, no more popping up on me. Hey, we got to chop it up one day. Square business.
But appreciate you, Big Dre.
Hey, love you, Big Dre.
For sure, for sure. With that being said, until the next time, to the next episode, to the next topic, to the next bullshit, to the next fuck you, whatever the case it is.
And to the next, we love you too.
Peace.
Peace.